Hey, Mandy and I want to take just a moment to invite you to Marriage Night coming up.
So exciting.
It is going to be exciting.
We're like here doing it.
Doing stuff.
That's
amazing.
Awesome. With you guys.
Yeah, with them. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It is.
Tim Keller says that godly marriages challenge culture's narrative that you can only find happiness through personal freedom. So this idea that, man, if I just get rid of all my bills and get rid of my spouse and get rid of these kids and get rid of all this stuff, that I'll actually find happiness. And I'm just curious, have you ever experienced that?
I feel like it's the opposite for me. And
Right.
Times that, I don't know, like if we've gotten in a disagreement or something, that sometimes I'll just be like, okay, whatever, go off and be kind of selfish, just like I don't want to deal with this and go and do my own thing. But the times that I've come to you and been like, hey babe, we need to talk, or just something like that we've talked it through, and maybe we didn't come to an agreement at the end, but it was still felt really good when I went to bed and like, okay, we talked about this and we may or may not have worked it out, but it just felt good. And so many times I think the communication piece is gone, and that's key to me.
Yeah.
Is communication.
Yeah, for sure. And I guess the flip side would be, sometimes I've been on a vacation or something and been able to eat wherever we want and do whatever we want and go to bed and just feel, not empty to the core, but just kind of like, today was cool. It was fine.
Right.
So it's like that is the opposite of what culture tells us.
Right.
That, man, if we could just do whatever you want, you're going to feel free.
Mm-hmm.
And so on nights like that, it's like, man, it's not so much about you winning or me winning. I love going to bed tired, exhausted, not wanting to do that again the next day,
Right.
but thinking, I didn't win, she didn't win, that doesn't matter. Our marriage won.
Right. And I feel like those times are the examples that I can share with other people. Like the vacation part, fun, awesome, whatever, but those aren't the stories that I can share. I can share the parts that I'm like, hey, we had to work really hard to work this out. And I feel like it also drew us closer together.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's awesome. So we're going to be talking about stuff like that.
yeah.
Because everyone needs to know that everyone's in the same boat. We're learning to work on these sorts of things. But then also what I would hope is that we inspire you to hold on and to not give up and not to look to a different spouse or to look to try and free yourself from all of these restraints. But actually the crazy thing about Jesus's kingdom is that, the first become, the last become first, and those sorts of ideas. I think the least selfish enjoys the most.
Right.
And that's kind of what marriage is.
Right.
And so we're going to talk about that kind of stuff at Marriage Night, and we would love for you to be there.
Yep. And marriage can be so fun, guys.
Hello.
We have a really fun marriage, and there's so many of our friends and people just around Greenhouse that I love seeing their fun marriage.
That's
and
true.
It doesn't mean it's fun 100% of the time. It's
Right.
because they've worked through things. And so
Yeah.
I just want to encourage you guys. You can get there if you're not there. And if you already have a fun marriage, that's awesome. You come.
Yeah,
And we
that's
can
right.
all learn together some new stuff.
That's an exciting part. Yep,
Yeah.
we're going to learn from one another. We love you.